Day 3 for the Ulsan PWA World Cup and another day of wind. Well, I say wind, it was a little bit up and down today. The thermal was fighting the sort of gradient breeze, but we did get some heats underway. So we managed to get through the first 2 rounds of the ladies' heats. I would say standouts today, Lena Erdl. She's got new sponsors this year. She's moved on to starboard boards and she was showing some really good speed in her first round heat. And she won that quite convincingly. Second place in that one, we had Charla Kubat as well, another Turkish girl. So Turkish girls looking really good, both on 0.7 sails. And then we had Delfin Kusin last year, second in the world. Struggled a bit at this event last year and third, but she's in the final, good enough. Anna Yama and Valerie Guy-Bardot making up that final. On the other side of the draw, it took a while before we could get the race underway. They had a couple of cancelled heats. Offringer was winning by a mile and they had to cancel it. But in the end, they did manage to run the heat and it was Offringer that took that victory again. But she had a hard-fought battle with Andras. We had Unulu as well. Unulu looked like she was going to win that one, but dropped back towards the end. De Goes from Holland and Onishi from Japan. So a real tight battle, but that's all they need to do. Finish top 5, get in the final, and it looks like it's going to be tomorrow when they're going to run that final. In the men, well, there's been a few upsets. Obviously, we're around at about the quarter-final stage. And as we came in, it means the seeds come into play in that top 16. Ben van der Steen was one of these guys. All eyes were on that first heat. But he jumped the gun. I spoke to him earlier. He got squeezed out of this bottleneck and ended up getting a PMS. So he ends up with about a 30th place, not the way you want to start this competition in the first event of the year. Maciek also had a PMS and our New Zealand competitor, Lawrence Kerry, was also pushed over the line early. Standouts from the top, actually Bruno Martini was looking good today. He got up into the semi-final stage. Gonzalo Costa-Hovel, he actually made it all the way into the final looking good. Other guys, Matteo Iachino changed onto 0.7 and starboard. He sort of spritzed it early and made the final quite convincingly in maybe a controversial heat. There's a lot of guys who were down there below, Toselli being one of them, pushing to say that race was a little bit light. You can look on the live stream, judge for yourself. So it was Iachino, Kentel, Costa-Hovel and Mortafon who made that final from the top end of the draw. On the second part of the draw, well, they didn't quite get it all their own way. There was a lot more stopping and starting. They didn't quite make it all the way to the final. Standouts down the bottom, Cyril Musulmani looked really good in his opening heats and he won that one. Arnon Dagan as well, the flying camel, was really flying in that quarter-final and he cruised the final. So those are a couple of names, but I'm going to have to mention our freestyler, Amado Vreeswijk, up into the top 16 now, and he is going for a final. We had to cancel that. It was just too light, but he was looking in a good position. Definitely one to watch. And we've got to mention Albo as well in that quarter-final stage. He was in 4th place and he was looking on the edge. So it is all to play for. That second hand of the draw, consisting of Dagan, Williams, Board, Rusha, Musulmani, Vreeswijk, Allen, Albo. They still need to fight it out to see who can make the final. All this is going to happen tomorrow, day 4. The forecast looks good. It's just been called off for the day here in Korea. So join us tomorrow and we'll be on the live stream and you can catch all of the action right there.